Good morning, Drag and Drive community and fans and sponsors. There's a lot of confusion going on right now, and I want to cut through all of that. And I just want to ask two questions, two very, very important questions that will get to the root of all of this confusion. First, why did Prince change his name to a symbol? But to tell you that, I want to talk to the owners in our community, the guys who have tirelessly stayed up, sacrificed their Friday nights, sacrificed their Saturday mornings. Whether you're a builder, you're a YouTuber, you manufacture something, a retailer, it doesn't matter what you're doing for your livelihood. The sacrifice, the time, the commitment, everything that you have put into building your brand and your reputation and your name, all of that encompasses your lifestyle, your ability to be able to pay your bills and move forward in life. The successes, all of that, the hardships, the failures, everything is your hard work and your sacrifice to build. And some of you out there have some incredibly powerful and very, very, very valuable brands. And congrats to you for that. You certainly have worked for it. You've earned it. You've done all the things that are required to have those brands of that value. So, excellence to your success. What I want to ask, one of the questions is in all of that success, in everything that you have done, if anybody were to come along and say that they want to take their products or their services and they want to use your brand or your name and put it on their products and their services, and they want to sell it, and they want to do it without a written agreement of ownership, they want to do it without your permission, they just want the ability to do it unregulated and without at all your permission. And why would they want to do that? They'd want to do that because your brand has proven to be so powerful and so strong, and it's going to increase their sales. So with understanding all of that, the question is, would you allow them to do that? Would you allow anybody anywhere around the world that says, man, I like your brand, I like what you've got going on, I want to use it, but I want to use it without your permission? And I'm not going to sign anything. I don't want to put this in writing. I'm not trying to steal it from you, but I'm not going to put it in writing that I acknowledge that you own it. I don't want to do that. I simply want to use it, and I don't want you to say anything bad about it. I just want you to let me use it, and that's it. And I don't want to do anything else. I just want to use your name and your brand to sell my products. Would you allow that to happen? I don't think that you would. I don't think that anybody would sacrifice their brands, everything that they've just worked for, to allow anybody to just come on in and take that from them. Nobody would do that. And when we're dealing with sponsors, well, first, before I go talk about the sponsors, let me go back. So that addresses the business owners, the guys who sacrifice to build the brands. Now, to the employees that help build that company, that come on in and make a ton of sacrifices, a ton of time, a ton of overtime to do whatever it is that your company provides, that's how you make your livelihood, underneath that umbrella of that company and that brand. That's what you're doing. So to you, the same thing. If somebody comes on in and starts using your employer's brand and uses it unsupervised, uses it incorrectly, and they lose that brand or the brand starts going down in value, that affects your employment ability. So that would not be in your best interest. You wouldn't want to just let anybody use your stuff, your property, without written permission. So with sponsorships, man, I cannot tell you how many contracts, agreements, So much stuff. I mean, some of these things are 20, 30 pages. They're very complex to be able to read. But in short, there's some clauses on in there that basically say that, we're these two parties. We're going to come to the table. And during separation, typically it's a divorce, I'm going to go this way, and I'm going to keep everything I brought. I'm going to keep my brand, my name, my likeness, everything. You're going to go that direction. You're going to keep your brand, your likeness, everything. I have no ownership to your stuff. You have no ownership to my stuff. And all of that is written down, and it's written down to protect us from our failing memories, because the way one person remembers something is going to be completely different than the way that another person. So we put these things in writing just to be able to protect ourselves from our own memories. Some of these sponsorships and regulations about how you can use someone's brand, man, they're so minute. They get down to a hexadecimal code about the color of, you can do this, you can't do that. You got to use this exact color when you're doing this. Can't change it from the size, can't flip this, can't change that. Because again, it's their brand and they're trying to protect it, and they want you to use it, and you have lawful use to use it with a signed agreement. But these are still their conditions for you to be able to use it. And you can agree to those conditions or you can not agree to those conditions. But you wouldn't allow somebody to tell you, I'm still going to use your brand anyways, and I'm not going to agree to your conditions of use of your property, your brand, all your sacrifices, everything like that. I'm still going to use it anyways. Right now, just a little bit I just want to back up just for a second. What do I do for a living? I probably should have done an intro. My name is Hyde. H-E-I-D. It's the first four letters of my last name. It's a nickname that I've had for high school. I've had it a long, long time. I'm a motorsports promoter. I'm full-time. I do this. The Midwest Drags is fun. It's not my primary source of income, but it's it's my appreciation to what was started back in 2005. There was a very, very innovative concept to break us from just the regular normal drag racing of the bracket cars, and let's incorporate it with a whole hell of a lot of street fun. And now we've done trailer burnouts and going to all these route stops and seeing America and things that you would never otherwise see before, or places or racetracks that you'd never have a reason to go to. The Drag and Drive offers that. It brings that. It brings this sense of community. It's one thing that's fantastic about it is there's always these different types of communities, and it's one of the reasons why you want to join them is for that camaraderie, for that likeness. But there's a petition going around right now that is trying to take and destroy my brand, my work. I am having somebody, my competitors, that are trying to take away my right to own my work, my creation, something that I thought of, I created, and I wanted to protect. So I went through the arduous and laborsome tasks of getting it trademarked to be able to protect my brand, my business for long-term growth, so that in the event that it becomes highly valuable, such as Drag and Drive is a highly valuable brand right now. How do we know that? Because everybody wants to use it. They want to attach my name, the name of Drag and Drive. They want to attach that to their products or services so they'll sell more products or services. And I want them to do that. It's in my benefit to do that. However, what I need to do is I need to have this in writing to protect me and to show legal ownership, that I own this. The user acknowledges that I own this. And in the event of divorce, I go this way keeping my brand. They go this way keeping their brand. Nice and clean, super simple, no confusion. So in this petition that's going around to try to get me to separate me from my legal right and ownership. They're basically saying that they don't want me to own it. They have their own reasons. I feel their personal has nothing to do with business. If it was about business, we'd sign a license agreement. They could use the phrase and they could sell more of their products and services and make more money. I have licensees right now, I've had for years, that are using the license, they're using it correctly, and they're attaching it to their products or services, and they're making money. And I want that to continue to happen. But there are some people out there, my competitors, they want the name, they want the brand, and they're trying to take it from me. And I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight just like you would fight for your brand. If somebody knocked on your door, came into your shop, came into your YouTube studio, and said, I don't want you to have your name anymore. You shouldn't have your name anymore, and I don't want you to be able to have it. Not because you've done anything illegal, not because you're hurting the community, but because I feel that I don't want you to have that anymore. And that's just not the American way. That's just not the legal way. So I have numerous drag and drive promoters that have licenses that are operating, and everything is perfectly fine. For the past 2 years, I've been building my stack of licensees and continuing to grow my brand, my company, and my livelihood. And all of this has been no problem, no disruption, no ripples into the community whatsoever until recently, when someone decided that they wanted to use my legally owned name and put it into their logo and not show ownership to me. They don't want to sign that license agreement that shows that I own the name of Drag and Drive. They simply just want to use the name Drag and Drive. And as they told me, they want to use it without having to get permission from you. So again, what would you say somebody walks into your shop that says, I want to use your brand name without permission from you? I don't think that you would allow that. So back to the first question that I asked, why did Prince change his name to a symbol? This exact same reason. They said, we don't want you to own the name Prince. We own the name Prince. That's why Prince changed his name to a symbol. Thank you so much. Thanks for your understanding. Have a really good day, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thank you.